Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, you're highly welcome to Tasty City. Please consider subscribing and also turn on your notification post. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And to my old returning subscribers, you all are so amazing. So in today's video, we are making this delicious assorted meat pepper soup. So if you like to see the cooking process, then please stay tuned and keep watching. These are all the assorted meats we are going to be using for today's recipe, and the first thing I'm going to do is to cut them into little bite sizes. Once I'm done, we're going to proceed to give them a good wash. So now I have everything all cut up into bite sizes, and I have the cow skin in a separate bowl because it is roasted and I would like to wash that separately. And to wash the meat, I'll be using salt and white vinegar. This will help to disinfect and also help to get rid of any funny smell. You don't have to combine the both, but I choose to, and you can also use lemon instead of white vinegar. Next, I'll run some water to give it a good wash, and I'll be washing the meat for like 3 or 4 times thereabout. At this point, I'll transfer the cow skin into a bowl and repeat the same process. To that, I'll add the vinegar and salt, and I'll be using iron sponge to clean this because it is roasted, and this will help me get rid of the sand and also the smoke stain. And this part of cow skin I'm using is from the head, and I love this part so much because it is so fleshy. So if you understand what I mean, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So can you see how clean it looks now? Now take a look at the difference. Can you see that? So I'm just going to take my time off camera, wash this very well, and I will be right back. So here we have our proteins nicely washed, and I separated the tripe and the cow skin from the rest of the meat because they do not have the same cooking time. For the rest of my ingredients, I'll be using 2 onion bulbs, 1 head of garlic, about 2 thumb size of ginger, and 2 habanero peppers. 1 red long sweet pepper. This is just for color. It is not spicy at all. You can also use a red bell pepper, so you can choose to add this or omit it if you prefer. I'll also be using my homemade pepper soup spice, and to see how I made this, please check out the link in the description box. I'll also be using about ½ cup of crayfish, 2 beef seasoning cubes. You can use any seasoning you prefer. Next with me here is 2 packs of basil, and this is approximately about 2 handfuls when chopped. You can also use scent leaf, or tazi, parsley, or baby spinach. Next with me here is 1 tablespoon of thyme. You guys, I recently started adding thyme to my pepper soup, and I'm loving the taste. Like, it tastes so amazing. You need to give this a try. You will love it. But don't add it this way. You have to blend it with your pepper mix and onion, or blend it with your crayfish. But I prefer to blend mine with my pepper mix and onion, since I'll be using that to steam the meat, because the crayfish is usually added almost at the end of the cooking. And here I've got some salt to taste, so let's get cooking. To begin with the cooking process, I'll be blending the 2 habanero peppers, the onions, ginger, garlic, thyme, and the 2 seasoning cubes I introduced earlier. I'll be blending my seasoning cubes along with my pepper mix, but it is totally optional. You can choose to crush yours directly into the pot of meat. And I'll also be blending half of the red long sweet pepper, Like I said earlier, it is just for color, so you can choose to omit it if you prefer. And the remaining one, I'm going to be chopping it into little pieces, which you will see later, and I'll be using that for garnish. Next, I'll pour in the dry thyme, then open up my 2 seasoning cubes, add that in, and then add about half cup of water. Then I'm going to blend this up till it is nice and smooth. I'm done with the blending process, and I have also blended the crayfish as well. Next, in a clean dry pot, I'll be adding the cow skin and tripe. I'm going to be cooking these two first for like 10 minutes because they are the most toughest before adding in the beef, heart, and kidney. So to that, I've just added some salt to taste, and at this point you can go ahead and add in your seasoning cubes. But I have already blended with my pepper mix, and I've just added a bit of the pepper mix. I'm going to reserve the rest for later use, and this is all I'll be adding at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead, mix this very well, then cover and allow to cook on a medium to low heat for at least 10 minutes. So this is after about 10 minutes later. At this point, we're going to be adding the rest of the meat. So once I have all the meat in the pot, next I'm going to season with some salt. So add salt to your own taste. At this point, I'll also pour in the blended pepper mix we reserved earlier, and I won't be adding seasoning cubes. As you know, mine have already been blended with the pepper mix. And I also won't be adding water because I've got a lot of moisture in here. I'm just going to mix this very well, then cover and allow to cook on a medium heat for at least 20 minutes thereabout. As this cooks, it will shrink and release a lot of water because of the heart and kidney, but feel free to add water according to the quantity of soup you want. Okay, beautiful people, the meat have been cooking for like 20 minutes on a medium heat, and I think I'm satisfied with the amount of liquid it has produced. So I won't be adding any water to this, and like I said earlier, feel free to add water according to how much soup you want. We're gonna be using this for white boiled rice, so I don't want it to be like too liquidy. I want the soup to be a bit concentrated. Yeah, so at this point I'm just going to go ahead and mix or stir a bit. Then I'll be adding the pepper soup spice and blended crayfish, but first I'm going to test for salt and seasoning and adjust if needed. After testing, it was perfect, so I'm just going to go ahead, add in my pepper soup spice, and next I'm going to add my blended crayfish. Once that step is completed, I'm going to cover this up and allow to continue cooking on a medium heat for additional 10 minutes. While that is cooking, I'll quickly chop the rest of the long sweet pepper for garnish, including the basil, and set aside. I'll finish up by adding the sweet pepper and basil, and once this is stirred in, I'll turn off the cooker because we are done cooking. This smells so amazing, like the aroma in here is so delicious. All right, lovely people, we've come to the end of today's video. You can pair this pepper soup with some white boiled rice, white agidi, yam, or ripe plantain, yeah, or you can even have it on its own. It tastes so delicious as well. And if you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button and subscribe if you are not yet already. I want to say a big thank you to you all for watching. Till I see you next time with something delicious, stay blessed and bye for now.